Us. This is Maiyegun live. You are welcome to the Temple of Truth. Please read the caption of the broadcast and read beyond the caption as well. Read the description of the broadcast. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Maiyegun today. Thank you. Kalu is back, yes. Upon his return, first appointee of his that he had a meeting with, the one they shared with us. So he's a tax man. The guys who are behind whatever they can get, those who are squeezing you. You know, Tinubu is a tax collector, a rent seeker. And majority of those that are with him, they are rent seekers. See how much can we get now before we go on another trip? Or buy another toy. Even though they will tell you that, you know, Nigeria businesses that are already dying. No, they are not dying. They are just like, you know, reincarnating. So right now they are working on employing more and more tax collectors across the contraption. It's all about tax and more tax and tax. Taxes, it's called. When you begin to question them what they are using the taxes on, it's on themselves. And then other bogus you know, projects that will never see the light of the day. You wanted Kalu back. Okuigbe said when he comes back, you probably will see improvement. You're about to see that improvement now. Some said that they are looking at the indices of where do you think we should tighten the noose around their neck again, and then put up what is called a photo op to make it look like a Tinubu is walking. He appear like he's serious. Take a look. You know, oh yeah, sorry, Shamini, one unaware, or maybe two unaware. Make it look like I am busy trying to review what we are doing. Kalu. Meanwhile, somebody noticed this at the back, you know, behind him. Like, wait, why does he have two frames of the same picture? You get it now? The pictures in the frame behind him, they are the same photo, same person, right? Why does he have two? Some said it is an act of a megalomaniac. Here you can see somebody who is pretty much like insane, you know. The person will not do okay like that, but you know, somehow some are power, you know, someone that has to be reminded that yeah, you are the one in this one and you are in the one in that one. You are the president of this contraption. So yeah, Tinubu is back, and it is going to be more and more taxes, as they are already roping a lot of you in. The banks, you know, the interest rates, the deposit, this and that. You know, you should have all this kind of madness listed, okay? For example, right, the MPR, which is now the supposed interest rate at you. So if you by any chance get a bank loan, this is the interest you are going to pay, 27.25%. It used to be somewhere around 15 or 16%, but as we speak, in some places it's actually more than 30%. In other areas, it's more than 50. You see that one that is called the CRR, right? That is supposed to be the cash reserve ratio. It's meant for the commercial banks, okay, to keep 50% of their deposits in the central bank, okay, just in case of incasity. There's another one called the LR, which is a liquidity ratio, okay. So also again, some banks too are expected to keep 30% of cash that is easily accessible with the Central Bank of Nigeria. These are the Kadobi's policies, by the way, okay. So I think the one they call the AC, asymmetric corridor, something, yeah. That one is called, that's a plus 500%, I mean, so plus 500 minus 100 basic points, something that has to do with deposit they keep with the central bank, but they face a lower rate, which is a minus 100 basis points if they borrow from the central bank. I don't know how to explain this to you anyway, Sha. This is what they call their new monetary policy. Before now, right, they've been increasing it almost every month, right? Because according to them, they are trying to fight inflation, hyperinflation, which is hitting Nigeria economically and eating and killing businesses as well. If you are not a businessman, I'm talking about a legit business person in Nigeria, you may not really understand what that is, okay? But what that simply means to an ordinary layman like me and you is that Nigeria is facing serious economic crisis, hyperinflation, devalued currency, and all of this, you know, probably in the working system, right? What they usually do is that they will increase the interest rate, and then for some time, just not forever like you have it to, just to kind of match it up with the inflation. Then at some point it will begin to come down. But in that of the contraption has already told you that whatever it is that you are facing in Nigeria today, okay, it is going to last for another between 10 and 15 years. So what that means is that the same World Bank that told Bokuwari at the time that it was doing well, his reform was working, the same World Bank came back later to say, Bokuwari's reform, he reneged on it. Reneging on it means that he didn't follow through with the reform. But now Tinubu is back, which means you're like starting all over again. The last 8 years of your lives, of your businesses, or if your whatever has been taken away from you, is considered a waste. So right now, whatever Tinubu is doing with them and the World Bank, right, is considered to be the new reform that is going to be like a renewed shege that will last you for 15 years. I do not have a better way of explaining it to you than to tell you that you are forged, so to say. Put it that way. I don't want to say so that some other young people watching won't be like, come on, Maiyegun, language. You know what I mean? So as it stands, Tinubu is working with the IMF World Bank policies, right? That is, you know, the policies that are detrimental to you, that every day more and more Nigerians are falling into poverty. And they said it has to remain like that for the next 15 years. In one outing recently, I think it was in Bauchi, Oban Baro, which is Obasanjo, was somewhere talking about the data released by the same World Bank. 20% of, 10% of Nigeria population is equivalent to the number of, okay, put it this way, 20 million, supposedly 20 million out of school children in Nigeria. If you now put that beside the population of Nigeria, that simply means that 10% of Nigeria population are children that are out of school, in his own words.
But let me emphasize what we want to do. Yes, human capacity building is very important. Education and human capacity building. World Bank says we have over 20 million children who should be in school that are not in school. For a population of about, what, 220, 230 million. So that is 10% of our population that should be in school that are not in school. Governor, Your Royal Highnesses, brothers and sisters, that is recruitment for future Boko Haram. Nobody needs to tell us that. Apart from being that 10% of our population are not being equipped to develop their innate ability, innate capacity to be able to serve themselves, their family, their community. We are also preparing them to be recruited in 10, 12, 15 years' time for whatever form of Boko Haram it will be at that time, whatever form of banditry it will be. They will not be kidnappers in the usual sense of it. They may just be coming to homes and be snatchers of people from their homes. Think about it.
Think about it. Now, let me kind of break that down a bit for you to understand. You know, normally a government will be alarmed. Start with the state governments, local governments, and the federal government of a serious country. I have been hearing this out of school children data, at least since I have been tracking it for more than 10 years now. When I was growing up, it wasn't a thing to say out of school children. Maybe we've had out of school children back then. That the data was just not so obvious. Okay. But the last 10 years, I have actually, in fact, put it this way, it was APC, Egbekebe, that got somebody like me more curious and interested in that number. Remember, before APC, Egbekebe came in, they used to tell us about over 1 million Nigerians displaced by Boko Haram. Yeah, internally displaced person. Today, that number is over 10 million internally displaced Nigerians caused by majorly terrorism, internal insecurity. And the number grew by more than 800% under APC. Now we have internally displaced persons in the southern part of Nigeria. We have them in the eastern part of Nigeria. We have them in the Niger Delta of Nigeria. We have them in the western part of Nigeria. Internally displaced persons. Usually they call them internal, and that's just a fancy word for it. It's actually refugees. You know, normally we say Nigeria is not at war, right? But Nigeria is not at war. Nigeria is not at war. We have more children orphaned today than we had 10 years ago. So this number of out of school children, right? APC, Egbekebe, like I said, they were the ones who also raised the alarm on it in 2014, telling us about over 6 or so million out of school children. Majority of them were from northern Nigeria. Today, we now have millions of out of school children in the southern part of Nigeria too. Guess something? The richest state in Nigeria is Lagos State. And Lagos State alone has over 1.4 million out of school children. Now you might say they are probably imported from so many other places, especially from northern part of Nigeria, and you may be right. But guess what? The northern part of Nigeria alone have over 16.9, nearly 17 million out of school children. Kano State holds the ace. They hold the #1 slot with over 4 million out of school children. I'm talking about almost like the children in Kano have no chance of being in school at all. Then when you begin to go on and on, then you go to the areas like Borono, Bauchi, Kaduna, even though Kaduna Littlefinger, which fancied himself as an administrator, that is different from others, right? Yeah, Kaduna alone has over 1 million out of school children. Also, Almajiri, standard too. So when you ask, mind you, before APC, back then, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was building schools. I am aware of some of them that are no longer existing anymore today. You won't believe this, right? Goodluck Ebele Jonathan built over 10,000 classrooms across northern Nigeria. And they called it Alimajiri schools. Yeah, you heard me right. Go and Google it. Over 10,000. 10,000. Alimajiri schools, like block of classrooms. They were meant to be taught Quranic teachings as well as Western education. Okay. But the clerics in northern Nigeria, who are always using these children as Alimajiris, right? They were those who waged war. One of the reasons why they hated him so much, and they backed the Boko Haram so much then in northern Nigeria. So Boko Haram, Boko is book. Haram is a sin. So they considered Western education as a sin. They said Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was trying to snatch their children away from them, from the ways of Islam. Immediately, Boko Haram came in. Not a single school is built by Boko Haram. Now, you can also go and fact check that too. Whatever I say to you, you can Google and fact check it. All right? You don't have to believe me. Just go on and check it. For 8 years, not a single block of classroom is built by Boko Haram to help those out of school children back to school. In fact, under Boko Haram APC, they started deporting children from one state to another. Yeah. Bauchi would deport. They would say, these ones, they must be from Sokoto. Oh, yeah, deport them to Sokoto. Sokoto will also raid some children. Deport them to Bauchi. Kaduna will raid some children. Deport them to Kano. Kano will raid some children. Deport them to Niger. Niger will raid, they were like deporting these children. Right? But whenever it is politics, all these children have voters card. All of them. Doesn't matter their age. You will see some of them like they are as young as these Almajiri children. They are as young. You will see some of them that are as young as 2 years old child. So the people that sort of stoned Goodluck in Bauchi, right? They ended up worsening the situation. And today, there is nearly 17 million out of school children in northern Nigeria. So this is why the jihadist terrorists recruiting children, giving them drugs and giving them guns to enter into villages, communities, and just wreak havoc. This is why they will never run out of recruits. They will never run out of recruits. I think that was where Tinubu got the inspiration from. 37% unemployed. Recruit, remember.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn, and the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them by illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm.
You get that? That was where he got his inspiration from. Tinubu has been in the saddle for over 17 months now. Apart from collection of taxes, listen, they are already bragging of how much more money they have been able to generate. I don't know if you are aware of that. Yeah, the IGR has improved, even though there is no new job created. There is no number of new businesses that have been added into Nigeria's economy in the last 17 months. Yeah, they may have told you with the with the word of mouth to say investors are rushing to Nigeria, but ask which of the sector have you had these investors in? How much jobs have been created, and how much of these unemployed youth or alimajiri youth have been put to school? Or do they even have any policy? Do you think APC have any policy of returning these children to school? The one that maybe I am not aware of. You may tell us. Yeah, there is something called the Universal Basic Education. It is funded by the federal government and the state governments. So what they usually do with that is the state government, right, would put down 45% of what it requires to enroll children into school. And the federal government will add 55% or so of that money. So it's called counterpart funding. It's been 17 months. And the states on record, they have been given more money than ever. Yeah, that's what I can confirm. So Tinubu's regime, they have increased IGR to states. Give that to them. But it is not different from the same Tinubu announcing the 300% increase in the salaries of political office holders, the judges, and all of them. It's not different, okay? To the point that the senators that were earning between 30 and 35 million naira 17 months ago, today, the same senator is now earning between 50 and 55 million naira. In fact, let's talk about the salary of a man, and as well as the economic destruction, which has shrinked the supposed income or income of these political office holders. You know that when the Nigerian lawmakers, the House of Representative members, back then their salaries included, I put it as salary because that's what they pay them, emoluments, but it is not really their salary. So let me explain that to you, okay? Nigerian lawmakers and politicians, they are the highest paid in the whole world. Nigeria was supposed to be a third world country, the poor country, as these guys have mismanaged the place, right? To the point that the minimum wage in Nigeria used to be $78 if you convert the 30,000 naira a month to dollars. Okay, it was about $78. Now, an average, what do I mean by an average? Each senator in Nigeria was supposed to be paid 750,000 naira. salary. But do you know something? These guys now reworked their pay. They have to be paid 500% of that basic salary. What is 500% of 750,000 naira? Multiply 750,000 naira times 5. It will give you 3,750,000 naira. That's how much they have to be paid for clothing. For their cars, they have to be paid 800% of their basic salary. Multiply 750,000 naira times 8. 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So 3 million, 4.5, 6 million naira is, in fact, no, I think it was like a 1,200%, because they have to be paid about 8 million naira for cars. Okay, that's 1,200%. That was supposed to be a one-off payment, but no, it's like they are being paid like extra. That's 8 million every month for 4 years. Okay, so then for reading newspapers, they have to be given 400% of their basic salaries. So multiply 750,000 naira times 4. That is 1.5 million naira just to read the newspaper every month. To pay their drivers, you have to give them 50% of their basic salary. And they need 2 drivers, which means they will collect 750,000 naira for their drivers, for their cook. That's how they shall rework everything, Papa. A senator will now go home every month with 30 million naira. Now, if you use the old exchange rates back then, it simply means that an average senator in Nigeria in a year is taking home over 700 and $50,000. Do you know how much an MP takes home in the UK? Let's say 8 years ago, 91,000 pounds. In America, a year, a senator in America takes home $174,000. In 2024, American senator still takes home annually $174,000. When a Nigerian senator, back then was taking home over $700,000 per annum. But since this devaluation and the destruction of Nigeria naira, the whole hyperinflation has affected them too. Okay, so fast forward to now, when Tinubu now came in, $1, back then $1 was about 430 naira to $1. Okay, so Nigerian senator was like, out. House of Reps were taking home about between 15 million and 25 million, because it depends. And if you know your way very well, you may even go home with with billions of naira with the budget padding here and there. Sure, you get. So now that they are dealing with devaluation, hyperinflation, okay, a senator in Nigeria will take home between 50 million and 55 million naira. But a naira to $1 is now, so the naira to dollar is now 1,700 naira to $1. So what that means is that even though they take more money in naira now, they've lost more than half of that money, because right now they take their take home, despite being paid over 300, despite being paid over 55 million, that is over 600 million naira. Okay, let me rephrase. Okay, so back then, an average senator would take home between 350 million and 400 million naira every month. Every year. That was put at around $750,000. That is like times 5 of what a British MP takes home annually. That is like times 3 or nearly times 4 of what an American senator takes home every year. That's what a Nigerian senator takes home back then. Since Kolu came, destroyed the Naira further, devalued it and all of that. So what they now take home is between $300 and $361,000. And that is why Oji Uzo Kalu, the ex-convict, is now doing a media run by first lying to you that their take home is just 14 million. No, it is not. All right. Their normal salary was supposed to be 750,000 naira. But they reworked the whole thing to pay themselves that much. So when Tinubu came and increased their salary by over 300%, it automatically means instead of being paid 750, these guys are now being paid somewhere around 2.2 or 2.3 million naira. That's the salary now. Then you now go to the reworking of 300% for wardrobe, 400% for housing, 1,200% for cars, all those arrangements. That's how you will arrive at that 50 million or 55 million. You get that now? But normally they will tell you that no, our salary is just no. That's not their salary. That is the emolument take home. But the thing is, that 55 million no get the value of 30 million anymore. The value of that 55 million they take home now is not different from probably the value of 14 million back then. Do you understand what I'm saying? No, go and do the conversion. 50 million times 12, that's 600 million. But if you go with those ones with ranking, they call them ranking senators, they are leaders. All right. Their take home is between 600 million and 680 million naira per annum. But the problem is 680 million naira today is less than $350,000. Somebody went on the cash out over 750,000 before. Today, even though he's collecting more, but the value is like halved. So Tinubu destroyed the economy, destroyed the naira so much that he increased the salary of the minimum wage in Nigeria to 70,000 naira, right? When the minimum wage was 30,000 naira, it was about $78. Today, the minimum wage is 70,000 naira, and it is just $42. Listen to him here. Oji Uzo Kalu talking about their pay and why it is so small.
I said that 14 million is too little for my colleagues. Mind you, these are people who have made politics their career. These are people who earn no other income. I'm not talking only about myself. I sit with some of my colleagues who need help from me, who need help from other colleagues, who the 14 million cannot even do to work. I use that 14 million. I can show you, Ruben, I want you to take me on 3 weeks' time. I will provide you an asset banking account where I use that 14 million to pay my staff salary. Out of the 14 million, 9.8 million goes to staff salaries. I will provide it for you. An asset bank will bear witness. I will take an affidavit in the court of competent jurisdiction. So it becomes a legal document. So you can take me to court. So let me tell you, out of 14 million, I pay 9.8 million to salaries of my staff in the constituency and in the office in Abuja. And these are money that provided not only for me to put in my pocket. It's not my money. It's the money of office of a senator representing Abia North. Those money is if my aides are traveling, they need to pay transport from there to go to Abia to the constituency. If my aides are sick, they need to get that money to treat themselves. If I am sick, I have to get from there to treat myself. We need to repair the cars I will use, the committee cars. We need to repair everything that we need to do. And dressing allowance is there. Any allowance you talk is encompassed. This is what I said, and I don't shy away from it. And to my colleagues who are senators, that is not enough for them. That is the truth. Because I sit in the Senate, I interact with my colleagues who are senators. And they talk to me, they talk to others, we talk among ourselves. If you check 14 million naira, which I get and most other people get, it is nothing to people who work, who are not even elected, who are being given so much money for doing nothing. So the 14 million makes sense. I pity Nigerian people because of the solid economic reconciliation we are doing now. We have wiped out the middle class. We have wiped out almost everything. But it will come back. I pity Nigerian people, especially the poor of the poorest. You know me, my foundation, not just Okalo Foundation, is doing a lot. Not only my constituency, all over. So I cry when you and your colleagues celebrated me saying 14 million and I become a rogue and a thief. I am happy you said that Fox acclaimed me as a billionaire, and Fox cannot rate me now because I'm in politics. They were rating me from 2007 to 2019. If I'm out of politics now, and mind you, Ruben, I'm the only politician in sub-Saharan Africa, if not indeed Africa, that Forbes have rated as a billionaire. There's no other politician. No other person in politics they will rate because they know I have verifiable businesses in banking and shipping and all the rest of them.
Somebody said, then resign. How come you can't just resign if you know this is too small? But that's what they do. He knows that he's not going to release anything to you. All right. And then if he had to make mockery of you even more, they can release some John Dice nonsense to you and say, oh, yeah, that's it now. See what I collect. That's how they mock Nigerians. And they do it with straight face. Like that. I cannot be lying to you. I cannot. You see, me, I am a... He said his colleagues have no other business. They have no other job than politics. 14 million is too small. It's small. But they are telling those who are to be paid 70,000 naira to tighten their belt. Live within your means. Go and convert your car to CNG. Hang on. Sorry, I think I just observed there's something there. That's so wrong. I'll come back to that. So, this is how they run the entire contraption, if you ask me. It is. But unfortunately, there is nothing really left, okay, to care for the supposed vulnerable, the poorest, other than just to turn the entire contraption to what is called palliative economy, palliative country. You have to wait for your rice, for your bread. You just have to kind of pray to God that it gets to you. Or maybe they will give you 5,000 naira. It's unfortunate, right? And I remember when somebody said that, why are people complaining when if nobody didn't really promise them anything? I was like, but he's in charge right now and he's kind of taking all this money, this loan and that on their behalf, right? There's nothing trickling down to you. person sent me this video. Remember this video from Kano, when he got to Kano, the headquarters of the out-of-school children in Nigeria. All they did was I just wanted to dance.
So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Today, I've come home to Kano. All I want to do is dance. I want music. God will give you Alberta. I will give your family peace and harmony. I will serve you. Serve Nigeria. I kept my promise. Always. Always. God bless you. Thank you. Now go there. Now go there. Now go there. So say,
thank you for
Nagode. God will give you peace, your family. Nagode. All I want to do is dance. Say, Kano, say Tinubu. Kano, say Tinubu. Today, they ask him, what do you get for us for Kano? I call you. That's nothing for anyone. Just remember that, okay? Well, let's leave that for now. The Nigerian Immigration Service, they have confirmed indeed that they intercepted Idris. According to them, they said, in keeping with its commitment to securing the borders, Nigerian Immigration Service intercepted Okuneye Idris Olanrewaju, otherwise known as Bobrisky, at the border, at the Seme border, over an attempt to exit the country. Why did you intercept him? What the heck is going on? Right? I don't think Bobrisky was ever declared wanted. Was he? Was he declared wanted? Because I can't remember that. They said the service wishes to inform the public that Okuneye Idris is a person of interest over recent issues of public concern. He is undergoing interrogation and will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. The service assures the public that it will continue to be civil and professional in its statutory responsibility of manning the country's borders. I didn't remember that Bobrisky was a person of interest until now. Yeah, but I mean, you know, I don't know if he was declared wanted until this morning when very dark man, his nemesis, appeared and raised this alarm.
All right, so Bobrisky was arrested this morning at Seme border post
on his way to escape to Benin Republic. He sent someone to help him sign his international passport and hid in the car. The Nigerian Immigration Service is currently holding Bobrisky. You know, say, as you all know, our House of Rep matter on the come up. And the next thing, according to the report, say Baba won Japa, the whole land. You know, understand? So all those mouths when they make it to confirm whether or not true or lie, make Bobrisky go on live now. Or make him make video posts, just the way make video posts, they make noise. You understand? When I say you're going to learn, you will learn. If the prison is involved in this, if the AFCC are involved in it, and the names he mentioned in that video, like I said, we don't give them respect enough. But if person they inside corruption, you understand? If person they party to corruption, we go drop respect because what we look for Nigeria and the betterment of the country. And we don't feel they look for the betterment of the country, most of one they don't with respect. This generation is going to take Nigeria without respect because we don't to respect the old peoples and they know they do well. Now make Nigeria be like this. So the Godfather, we actually call prison according to the voice note. You will present yourself at the end of the day. Nobody is going anywhere. You understand? So Nigerian immigration, they say deal with you now. I know say on self, Mona better do quick post the news before Godfather will call you now. And all those church Bobrisky they talk. I want to know your connection. Mind you. This thing, it might look like it's a win chance for me and Bob. No. You understand? My problem is this. If the people that have been sentenced to go to prison don't go to prisons, it is a problem in Nigeria. If EFCC will be collecting money to drop charges, it is a very big problem in Nigeria. The first time, the House of Rep invited all of us, it didn't show up. Now, another invite don't near. He don't try to leave the country. You understand? A few days ago, some people say they give him 12 hours to apologize. You know, apologize, nothing happened. Later, I come back, it's not me, it's very dark man. I want to see what you and I won't do. They say when I get connection for Nigeria. They say when I be the law. Once you and I won't do for Nigeria. Nigeria is not for anybody. Nigeria is for all of us. You understand? Whether you be the law, whether or not you get your country, if you cast, you cast. The best thing to do is to clear yourself of this mess. So I will expect the FCC to clear themselves. I will expect the Nigerian Prison Correctional Center to clear themselves. And whoever name that is being mentioned in the video. Alright.
So the shit don't they hit the fan now. Okay. You know, this afternoon, a panel which I have no clue, I had no idea they exist, by the way, but well, a panel, they said a panel, I mean a panel beta. Federal government panel released their report. And in that report, they said Bobrisky, Idris, was in prison. Okay. They said their investigation showed that he was in prison. In fact, the only thing there was that he enjoyed some privileges in prison. Privileges that other inmates were running errand for him. This is their report. They said their report is all these allegations that, or that audio. Now, this is not, I want to remind us of something, okay? Just so you know. This is not an allegation made against Bobrisky. It was more or less like a confession of Idris himself. Okay, Idris was on the phone with someone, and Idris was telling that person his supposed prison diary that he, Bobrisky, did not go to any prison because there is a Godfather who said, "Lie, you will not set foot inside that prison." And this Godfather paid the supposed Comptroller General of Nigeria Correctional Facilities, as in correctional prison shop, and it was lodged in a private flat near the prison in Lagos. And that was why he had his phone. He could talk to people anytime. And whenever people claim to want to come and visit him in prison, he will quickly move down to that prison. The House of Clowns, House of Representatives in Nigeria. Yeah, Correctional Center. Thank you. They were invited to the House of Clowns, House of Representatives in Abuja, which they confirmed that Bobrisky was in prison, but he wasn't in the prison, that he was transported from the supposed prison he was meant to be in private car to another section, and all of that things is in public. So it wasn't that somebody said, oh, I saw Bobrisky, I found Bob. No, it wasn't like that. Oh. It was Idris himself that was on the phone to someone and bragging about his prison experience. According to the guys who were supposed to be the warden in prison, they said, because Bobrisky is not a man, even though Bobrisky told the judge that he is a man. That's why they sent him to the male prison. Then the prison guy said, no, he's not a man. That when you look at him physically, he's not a man. He has a feature of, and if they leave him inside the prison, they go do him anyhow. The other inmates. That's why they moved him to somewhere, a private VIP. They said that in public, which is contrary to what Idris himself said, that he had his own private. In fact, in the second audio that Very Dark Man released, Idris was talking to somebody in that audio, and he was supposed to be in prison. Here you get now. Somebody came in like cleaner or something, and you could hear that in the background. Somebody was opening the door to show that even if they give him VIP treatment inside prison, it is not like that. Inibehe, who also went to prison and was given a VIP treatment, said, even the VIP for prison, no be saying a flat or maybe say you go, no. The only thing there is that you have your mobile phone, and it's not different from prison too. They just take you out of the main population, the main crowd, which is somewhere. It's not comfy like it's a VIP. VIP wherever. But the way Bobrisky painted that picture, he said he was not in that prison. So which automatically indicted the prison warden, the prison guys, and all of them. So they don't arrest Bobrisky trying to cross the border. Why? Why is he on the run? What the heck is that? Like, why is he on the run? One of his videos, he told us that, listen, I don't care what you think about me. I am a woman.
Very irresponsible boy. This video is for you, so please come closer. Come closer to Mommy of Lagos. I will not beat you. I won't touch you. Sit down there. We all know you are a public nuisance. You make so much noise. Empty vessels make the loudest noise. That is an example of who you are. Now, people have been calling me, Bobrisky, don't answer this guy. They forgot that their friends have like attention. I love the whole attention. Bobrisky is the #1 on the news. On Twitter, Bobrisky is everywhere. So I love it. I'm going to respond to him. I'm sorry, my friends. Now, I'm going to go through all the points one by one. Number 1 point. Very irresponsible guy. You are a dark pot calling out a dark kettle. You are crazy. No be you still give your fellow man a hand job for peanuts. And we all know that there is no how a man bola go stand. You no go chook out for somewhere. They don't like you. So shut your dirty mouth and sit down. Point 2. Very irresponsible boy. He said the government should invite me. They should do this. They should arrest me. Yes. If they send me any letter now, I'm going to go. I will gladly go. Do you know why? I have a point to prove. I'm a woman. I'm not a man anymore. You all know I'm shameless. If not be IG guideline, I for post time. I've done many surgeries, successful surgeries. Many successful surgeries. So I can say with my full chest that I'm a woman, and I have evidence to prove, both physical, both medically, I'm a woman. You cannot compare me with you. Now you go on, they're supposed to arrest, go lock up because you're a man. Nothing shows that you're a woman. The only thing that shows that you're a woman is you're a parrot. You talk too much. Wait, see happen. They swear for you. Who swear for you? Very irresponsible boy. Let's go. See. Very
Mommy of Lagos. So it's more or less like it is deeper than all of these things that some of us are saying. And as much as some of you will be like, this is not our problem, let's face other things. Baba, go and do whatever you want to do. We are facing this one for now. Eh? Do you understand? Please don't waste your time with us right now. Okay, we are facing this one, this particular one. In a contraption that is so messed up, that you probably don't even know what is real anymore. This morning, it was between NDLEA and Senator Ashiru from Kwara State. That senator that said the Nigerian youth are becoming drug this, drug that. I'm coming to that one. We'll come back to that one. What is going on? Until when they said that they've arrested him. Why do you have to arrest him? I thought the House of Representatives said they will give him another time to show up, to come and prove something. Then what is this federal government, the federal government panel? Was that the panel set up by that Minister of Interior, Olubumi? Because I was trying to look at, to see that report. I was looking for it everywhere. Up to this moment, I didn't see that report. But many media houses in Nigeria, many media platforms in Nigeria, they reported, they said, Bobrisky didn't do anything wrong. He went to prison. In fact, he was a celebrity in prison. All the inmates, all the record shows that the inmates, they were all so happy to have him. They were serving him. They were running errands for him. Why did he have to kind of run to Benin Republic? That they now arrested him in the middle of the night. He said he is trying to escape out of Nigeria. For where? They say to Ghana. Who advised this young man? Like, is it that dumb to know something called Interpol in Nigeria? Interpol means international police, transborder police. They can arrest you anywhere. So the Nigerian Immigration Service, because I'm like, if he truly has a godfather, these things is becoming more messy now. That you've got a godfather that could keep you out of prison, a godfather that could possibly get an indictment on you lifted, or did they not tell him that the report of the federal government is going to say that he didn't do anything wrong? Why was he on the run? You want to run out of Nigeria? To where? Sorry, because this is the question I've been asking myself. Anyway, I've been asking myself all of this. Like, this is crazy. It took me hours to actually share this story myself on MaiyegunsDiary Politico. It took me hours because guess what? I've come across it immediately. That a very dark man video popped up on my timeline this morning. I just downloaded it. I was waiting for, like, this doesn't make any sense. So it can't really be true. Then a few minutes after that, I got the images, that image that I just shared with you. I was like, no, maybe it's some old pictures in Lagos and something like that. But the immigration there, they posted this. They say with somebody under, is someone of interest. I was like, what the heck is going on? You know? So this now kind of has opened a new sort of a vista in the whole thing. We would like to see what exactly is now going on. Bobrisky, I don't know if he's trying to run away from the real jail, because as things stay right now, the Falanos who gave him 12 hours, it don't turn to almost 4 days now. We haven't heard back from Falanos. As Bobrisky said, he's got no apology because he never said he gave them money. His lawyer who writes the Falanos. His lawyer is yet to write the Falanos. And the Falanos are yet to go and get their ex parte order as usual. I have this image. I think it was the Falanos when they went to go and get that kangaroo order against very dark. I'll show you. One of them shared it, okay? I beg your pardon, sorry. Right, so one of them shared it and said, this was them getting an ex parte order against very dark man. Let me show you this image. 1 second. See Falano. See his sons. So Muiz Banire is Falano's lawyer who decided to get ex parte order. Yeah, look at them. So how come, or why is he running? Exactly, like why is he running? Okay, what is going on? There's so many questions that people like us would like to, to dig into and then get answers, because the Falanos have to sue him for mentioning their names in that audio where he said Falanos demanded for 10 million naira to remove his name from criminal record and get him a presidential pardon. Why did the Godfather have to advise Idris to hide inside the car boot, so they can smuggle him to Benin Republic and from there smuggle him to Ghana? To where else? Pardon me if I'm asking too much. You know, that's just me. And I won't stop asking as well. Okay. So I'm waiting. There are so many things we are still going to be waiting for. Okay. Currently, he has been returned back to Nigeria. Okay. So, and I don't think he's done anything per se, but he's been returned back to Nigeria and he's been interrogated as the Nigeria Immigration Service said in that release, in this release. They said the service wishes to inform the public that Okuneye Idris is a person of interest over recent issues of public concern. He is undergoing interrogation and will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for further action. Which appropriate authorities? All they want him to come and prove is that he paid money to the prison officials who arranged for him to stay out of prison. So is that not contradictory right now if the Nigerian federal government of Nigeria says their panel, they found him not to have done anything wrong? So does that mean that Idris defamed people in that audio by just chasing clouds? So if he's chasing clouds, then that goes to these bodies like the Nigerian Prison Service. What do you call them? Correctional Service, Correctional Center, the EFCC, the Falanos. So they are the ones that will now have case against him. I believe, if you ask me, that's going to be my own conclusion, that if the federal government says, no, he went to prison, he was there. All that nonsense he said in that audio, they are not true. It's just chasing clouds. Okay, fine. Then those people will now be the ones to say, okay, we'll charge him, we'll sue him, whatever that means. I don't think any of that requires them arresting him or, here you get. It has to be a court case. In my own opinion, Sha, or maybe there is more to all of this. There must be. Okay. We'll leave that one for now. Again. Right? Let's go to something else. With a wiki. Yeah, with a wiki again. He had this short chat with some journalists. And he was talking about why his own fight with a Fubara will last longer than what many of you think. In fact, it hasn't started. The real fight is just about to start. Because according to him, he's going to do everything to salvage his political structure in Rivers State. He said that with a straight face, laughing. Yeah.
A wonderful visit. Just to appreciate Mr. President for giving me this position. And like I've said, I will continue to work for Mr. President to realize his real hope agenda. I made it clear to everybody, I'm not here for any party. I'm here for the interests of Nigeria and for the unity of this country. I'm still a PDP member. I've never hidden my position on that. Yes, they have talked about the crisis in the state, but let me tell everybody who cares. Nobody can intimidate me. Nobody. It doesn't matter whether you go and bring talks on the road. It doesn't matter whether you want to say you're a job. If I want to do something, I will do it. Impeachment is not a military coup. Impeachment is provided under the Constitution. It's provided under the Constitution. I'm not interested in all the rumors, money, this and that. Rubbish. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I just left office how many months ago? I'm an FCT minister. Which money? But nobody can take away our political structure. No one. So I've listened to them. And for me, you cannot walk and people will begin to bring enemies. Those who fought you. When you are struggling for the person to be in office. Nobody does that. Even if you go and say, oh, I heard they said, oh, I gave a limit of how much you can say. All those things are, I want 25%. I mean, it's such ridiculous. I'm not a political ingrate. I'm not. But don't touch the political structure of Rivers State. I will not shut my eyes. Forget about the obedient and the articles who have lost, who felt that I did not support them. And those who are revoked their CFOs there. Oh, Wicked did this, Wicked didn't do that, Wicked did this, Wicked didn't do that. I'm not interested. Because I didn't support Toby. I didn't support their presidential, their PDP's presidential candidate. So all of you just team up Wiki. And those who I revoked as CFOs, they are not happy. Wiki. All those things I am not perturbed. I will do what is right. I'm not about that. President is our father. He has spoken. We'll see where it takes us. But no amount of propaganda. Not amount of propaganda. Go and hire all those that refuse to give demand notice to produce. Most of you, your newspapers and your media houses, who said I refuse to patronize them. Do you patronize your enemy? I will not patronize them. If they like, write as much as you want to write, I will not. My conscience is clear. My conscience is clear. Nobody can rubbish me. So I respect them. And they're my friends. We are always related. Even though we disagreed. And I thank God he has said that I am to litigation, which the chairman has said yesterday. I watched him on television. And that's the way it's supposed to go. Politics is not to do or die affair. Tomorrow may be your turn. And I like that the way they appreciated Mr. President too for this position. It is not easy. It requires a matured mind to do this. He was AMPP when he was given the Minister of FCT. I mean, that is politics. Who can contribute, who can help to move the nation forward? So I'm happy with them. And I can tell you, maybe some few days more we'll look at how the whole thing will unfold. But if it is propaganda, forget it. On lies, forget it. In fact, the more you do that, the more you compound issues. Because I'm not a person you can think that you go to social media to say all kinds of things and then you go free. Be careful. I have the capacity to fight back. So thank you. God bless.
It's grateful to Tinubu. The only person that can deflate with a wiki is Kolu. All of you obedient, and the people will revoke their alliance, their CFO. Can you imagine that? He just said that. He said people are revoke their CFO. Why would you revoke people's CFO? CFO, certificate of occupancy, issued by another government before you. You revoked it. He revoked the CFO of, he bragged about it. He revoked the CFO of Julius Baja to start building houses for judges in Abuja. Here you get.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Don't touch the structure of River State. These people that, because I did not support their presidential candidate. Disobedient. Listen. I don't care. My conscience is very clear. Because every morning he has to do this twerking. On your man debt, they shall fight.
Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Tell your money was Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban.
Yes, sir. In the chief of staff's office.
Let me sign up. Say, no, dance for me again. Okay.
Oh, your man dead.
Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
Tell your money was Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban. On your man debt, we shall stop Jagaban.
Yes, sir.
On your man debt,
In the chief of staff's office. Let me approve him, please. Say, yeah, I love this. In the office of the chief of staff, oh, I'm enjoying this. He does that, twerk for Bajabia Mole. I just hope he won't wake up one morning and they'll say, you can't see the chief of staff. Wow, what happened? He doesn't want to see. But he said we should give you this one. You are hereby sacked. Give me his number. Just the same way. Keneri Dino said he sat at the airport for 5 hours waiting for the phone call if Atiku will make him the vice president. Owasin said, and I said, Ogawike, sorry, Atiku is not going to choose you as vice president. He's choosing Okowa. He left the airport. The rest is history today. So yeah, Wirewike is pretty much like fighting everybody. And to him, all of them, they hate him because he no support Atiku. He no support Obi. So now you are now backing Fubara. Nobody say you not like Fubara. You are backing Fubara because he knows in the support Tinubu. It doesn't really matter anyway. It is like Nigeria, and we don't know why. Like I said earlier, this morning I woke up and it was between this bass boost between the NDLEA and a senator. Do you remember that video I showed you yesterday of a senator, of a guy who said they organized what was called what was that? They called it empowerment program in Kwara State, right? And they said they were going to give them laptop, but it was a fraud. They didn't give them any laptop. Rather, they just used them in taking pictures with the laptops. And then after that, they took the laptop from them. Now this man, this is the senator. He is called Senator Ashiru. Senator Ashiru from Kwara State, APC, Ebekebe. And it was also the guy who raised the alarm and said the level of drug abuse among young people is alarming. A few days ago, here.
Mr. President, yesterday night, I had a lot of sleepless nights. I visited my constituency, and the most worrisome thing was the devastating effects, not only of trafficking in drug, but in consumption of this drug. Mr. President, there are so many things we should understand and put into consideration when it comes to issue of drug and narcotic. Drug issue had become a very big economy, very big one among our youthful population. Drug issue had become a very, very serious problem to the extent that I have a terrible fear for our tomorrow as a nation. Without being economical with truth, more than 70% of our youthful population are into drug consumption. And from my own little discussion in my constituency, I discovered that the issue goes beyond NDLEA. NDLEA had become so compromised, so ineffective, to the extent that leaving drug enforcement or drug education So NDLA will never get where we are going to.
Thank you, leader. Thank you. You made a point. Chief,
So the question is, where are they heading to? The NDLEA now came out today and said, don't mind him. Oh. He is a drug addict and drug dealer himself. Oh. He is blacklisting or blackmailing them on the floor of the Senate because they found drug in his house. So the question is there a record that NDLEA raided his house? All of them are from Kwara State. Do you have the news? When NDLEA raided Ashiru's house, they said when they raided Ashiru's house, they found miscreants, drug dealers, and their drugs inside the senator's house. And they arrested people from his house who are drug dealers, who are dealing in drugs. So if that should be the case, they said that because they couldn't compromise and release those drug dealers they found in his house, as well as the drugs they seized from his house. That is why the man is now blackmailing them at the Senate to strip them of some of their constitutional power. Eh? You really will leave for God's sake. Eh? Now we will never get to know the truth. We will never know the answer, ever. So they are doing this back and forth on social media and in the media right now. And the man said, no, it's not true. They're lying against me. What about this laptop issue, Esa? He said, no, he did not take the laptop from them. But what about this video? So I don't even understand anymore.
Guys, please, I want you to help me to tag Very Dark Man or Beast Loaded or any blogger with this video that I sent right now. As you can see, as we people are many here, these people come as empowerment training and provision of start-up grants to women in Kwara South. That's me there. Yes, as you can see. I did not fear anybody. Look at me very well. You can't use me to do anything. Me, I will sell my home. If I will die now, Kinku. But you said you empower us. You came to empower us, and you use this laptop to deceive us. That you are going to give us laptop, and you not give us any laptop home. You just use the laptop to take picture with us and video, and you said that you give us laptop. People get bamio. They did not give us laptop. We guess as you are seeing me that one pay laptop for anyone she be Kwara na lie. It was violated by Senator Yelola Isha Shiro. They later pack it at the end. If you look at the video, they pack it. Maybe they have contact with the Lenovo company. They later pack it at the end. As you can see them. They are packing it. So they not give us any laptop.
Laptop for what, by the way? What about the grants? I actually felt like I could sit there and ask him, what about the grants? Because it was not just laptop. They also were supposed to give you money. Grants. Did they give you money? Everything I owed you. In that place, man, Nigeria will frustrate you to the point that, man, jeez. Anyway, I'll probably tell you more if I hear more. Okay. So some said that even though FIRS put out this announcement that they want to hire those of you who can help Tinubu collect more taxes from the people. They are looking for more people. Are you young, skilled, courageous? Even courageous, courageous, like, are you Jole Bogo? We get job for you. It is the FIRS, so Federal Inland Revenue Service, the tax collectors for Kolu. Here you get, Abi, see the criteria. Are you young, skilled, courageous, and principled? Can we trust you? that all the money you will collect, you will deliver the money. Baba, let deliver. Baba, try me. I am courageous, so if you don't pay ni bebo, if you don't pay ni bebo, for the Google, Baba, if one is if I'm a go in wa order. Give order. Say walk it to me, walk it. Go order. What? Which money? I don't say over go yeah order. So what kini? FIRS, VC, Ori, VC. Order. So they are recruiting right now. That's the meeting that Kolu had earlier today. The Federal Inland Revenue Service is excited to announce upcoming opportunities for young graduates to join our team as tax officers, Officer 2 and Officer 1 in various locations across Nigeria. We are looking for candidates with integrity, person who no go steal the money, and a strong desire to excel professionally, as well as those who possess strong analytical, problem-solving, and communication skill. Communication skills like, if I ask for my money, may you give me my money, you look at me very well, Joshua, you better give me money now. Communication skill, because if you don't get madness like that, you know, if you collect money from anybody, let's be honest, so you get me. So they are recruiting in case if you need a job, okay? So further specific information regarding application procedures, including application deadlines and submission details, will be published shortly on our official website. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, is an equal opportunity employer. We encourage all eligible candidates, regardless of gender, ethnicity, or background, to consider applying. But there are others who believe that they've already done the application, by the way. They are just going to make an announcement. But apply still, though, okay? Don't be discouraged. Really well share. What do we call that thing? In your in Ijebu, you can come to Ijebu. We can give you some incision. So if anybody to beg you for you get. You know, Nigeria, they hot right now. For anybody to have to be squeezed of any money as Tinubu did or is doing in Lagos, right? You're gonna need some extra, some extra. Sure, you get. So you cannot go out there ordinarily or go to federal government. Around everybody, around Gaza. That's what they are saying right now. Around everybody right now. So if you go apply, say because job no day. They can't carry yellow shirt give you or carry any other t-shirt give you. So you go out there, go collect money. Only no power. So you need some extra weary. We say that is the courage they are talking about. Okay, the communication skill. No go they say, sir, we are from the FIRS. We are here to collect your tax because you have not been paying tax enough tax. What you are paying is that. Láti gbójú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọ bẹ̀, we be say ọmọ like wèrè sí wèrè, ìwòrò sí wòrò, right? Ask those who have become like the graduate agbero in Lagos. They are recruiting all over the place now. No go they carry tie and suit. One ma fi tie hang again, just say monty hang bobo yẹn. Na wetin kill up hang na in tie o. O le dey tie lọ gba tax o. Just make I tell you. Now kind skills we be say they announce. And we know how they be. If you do them well, right? In another 3 years, you are going to escalate. Yeah, we are going to escalate so no. And now, rob Peter to pay for knee. Just make sure say Oga must collect in own. Whether by fire by force, you get no go they apply, they say because you read something in school. When they know they teach person this one for school. My new way we say This is what it is, by the way. Tinubu needs more money, and rather than employ more teachers, more nurses, more doctors, they are employing agberos that will help them collect more money. What happened to digitalizing the whole process, by the way? That one will come later. But first thing first, I made them map the entire area. Those of you that are paying now, or those of you that are not paying now, in the time of Ebola Tinubu, you shall pay more.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the net get bigger and we'll take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the...
Yes, Ashiwaju, I agree. Just do it, okay? Just do it, man. Dangote is not smiling. From the report that we just received, Dangote is currently in court and is asking the court to cancel the oil import licenses that NNPC is using, Matrix Oil, and others who are importing fuel to Nigeria. A court should invalidate all their licenses. Since Dangote refinery is there now, why are they still importing fuel? They are spoiling business for him. The other day, Dangote was running a PR that said that because the Dangote refinery is now working, Dangote's money don't enter $28 billion. You need GPT. Which refinery is now handing him that his money has now jumped from $6 billion to $7 billion to $28 billion. But it is what it is in Nigeria. So Alaye is now suing a body that's the NPDRA or something. They are the ones that are issuing the license, petroleum import license. So Dangote is demanding for 100 billion naira from that agency. He's in court right now. So he's asking for two prayers. One, court must cancel all of the licenses given to this NNPC and others to import fuel to Nigeria. Cancel it, make it invalid. Then he wants 100 billion from the agency that is issuing the license. So I don't know if we should just say Adura Agbao. I don't know. You know? Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, ebi ń pa wá, ìyà ń jẹ wá, kò sí ìfọ̀kànbalẹ̀. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. In Lagos today, Wole Wahab. No, Wole is person where they do inspection. Wole Wahab, na person where they demolish houses. He was busy today in Lagos. Yeah, they were going after those shanties again. Yeah, you know, all those structures that were not supposed to be existing in a mega city like Lagos. So, and that was caught on, it was caught on camera quickly.
Hello. Oh yeah, gbé machine wá síbí. Hello, Fẹ́mi oya, lọ́sàn òun yẹn, oya, go there. Yeah. Hello, sir. Oh, yeah, family. I don't get it. Now, you don't want to have any business with them. It's all along yellow. It's all along your judging. Hello, sir. Leave that place, please. Yeah. Yes, sir, Joe. Yeah, you say it. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni ọgbẹ́ni mọlọtẹ jágbé ọwọ yàrá ọjọ́ ọgbẹ́ni kẹrin bàbá yìí lẹni Monday. ilé kan ọgbà ọlẹ́kẹjọ àwọn ẹ̀yìn kìí tẹ̀.
Sorry, I don't know if it's just me. Even the guys that are smashing the whole thing, I don't think those guys are like well-fed. Probably let's say some of them never chop. In that economy, in that Nigeria economy, strength no day that much. Or is it just me? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. If you see people who are like well-fed, holding that sledgehammer, you will just say, well, most of them, I don't know, maybe they've not eaten or something. I don't know. Nigeria, they touch everybody. Now, person where they think touch, they know. If I had a chance of interviewing those guys, I say, yes, sir, that operation where you went for this morning, did you go for that operation before you had your breakfast? After you had your breakfast? I can promise you that some of those guys will be like, I never see, before we went for that operation, I didn't have dinner from last night. They just told us that we are going out for operation today. And then they gave us a sledgehammer. It did not say we are hitting the wood. The wood no grip break because strength no day. Brother, did you notice? It's because I'm looking at your hand like you're supposed to be like strong armed, right? What's that? USA. Like that. It didn't buy everybody, Baba. I tell you. And like somebody notice, right? That was supposed to be a local government job. If to say una get real local government administration, right? They were the ones who are supposed to take care of the environment. They are the ones who are supposed to make sure that the entire area is council. We call them council. Here, now the council, they take care of all the environment here. Wherever they have to plant grass, stream those grass, clean the environment, collect waste, and all the stuff, right? Make sure that illegal structures are never, for any reason, springing up in anywhere in their community, in their area council. It's their job. But a commissioner, a state commissioner of environment is doing all of that, building his own personnel, like building his CV. Because they said the guy is they're like penciling the guy down for the next governor after Sanwo-Iku. Wahab Omo Jebu. How can you allow the Sanwo-Iku from Ijebu to be your this now? Then another Ijebu guy will come and be okay. I'll leave her like that. All right. Because as things stands right now, you can't fight for anybody. Alaye, if you know if you fight for yourself, Baba, disabled and be doing like that. Say why? Alaye, what's happen now? I say I'm a disabled. Anybody that the Lord bless, should bless me. Oh, say, but you have hands, you have legs. I say, no, I'm a mentally disabled person. No, I am a mentally retarded. You don't fight for anybody, except if you are just like a fool, right? Because even between two brothers, you could not say, is no love lost. See, the PDP in Ekiti, they said they are suspending Fayoshe. The Faulishe, Babala Diye Ekiti. The man that stole over 6 billion naira of Ekiti people's money. But like Werewike, Faulishe is also supporting the APC in the states. His brother said, "Oh, would they blow? Now everybody in Nigeria, this Nigeria they touch." The reason why Fayoshe and others will support APC against their own parties because of his pension. Yeah, he's collecting pension as a former governor. I seek Faulishe.
All the former governors are praising Bao. They are endorsing Bao after 2 years. Don't forget that Bao, the allocation Bao is getting now is ×5 of what other governors used to get. Bao is not working. Bao, all the former governors that are supporting Bao, Governor Yebanji, they are supporting him because of their pension. They are not supporting him because he's working. He is not working. Bao is not working. All those former governors supporting him, they are supporting him to secure their pension. Ekiti, we must get up, wake up, and make sure we take our state back. How can you be there? Look at Omission Jano. Look at Bashiri Ema Wawon Nototi Baje. Or Adebayo, he quickly passed Adebayo because of Baba Fes day. Dalimo is bad. What is Bao doing with so much billions coming to Ekiti every blessed month? All he's doing is to go and visit Komaki Kakiri. You are asking for second term when you haven't even finished half of your first term. No big greed, be that. Bao work for.
Agreed, brother. Everybody they fight for your own plate of porridge. Nobody love that contraption. Everyone is fighting for whatever they can get from the old place. And I hope that those of you who are kind of playing into their hand, you get sense enough to know that you can't fight for people who are not interested in fighting for themselves. If people are mentally retarded, mentally disabled, or physically, they look physically like they are okay, they are not. Don't go to fight for anybody except you yourself. You be 419 criminal that's pretending. I'm fighting for the people. Let the people who want to fight, let them kind of like begin to fight for themselves so that you can join them. And then you can say, okay, we are all fighting together. But you want to talk, say you fight for Amawo. Finally, right? In Anambra State yesterday, just like other places that I have seen the report and the killings of courts, they say court guys are fighting. They are court boys. Una get weapons. Una get this kind of influence. Una no fit go after the criminal politicians, show them shaggy, make them scared of how they are treating all of you. But it's only, it is always the weak people in the society that you turn up on and you show your strength. Who goes you? Say, sir, I say, who goes you? That one in English, I've been igede. You want to start speaking the language, I will like, what the heck are you talking about? Who goes you? They went on yesterday in Nimbo, Oka local government area of Anambra State, and they killed 16 people. 16 people. Random people. They met some at their parlor. Others who are just like on the street in the area. 16. And then they escaped. It's unfortunate, all right? Sulu Dump was there. Professor Owiri, he was there to reassure the people that we must all bond together and stop courtism. Rights. It's not the first time. In Lagos, when they were killing themselves, they beheaded themselves. They were putting people's heads on the spike. Court boys fighting. In Abeokuta, the same. Oshiele, on those areas, you will see them everywhere. Court boys, court this, court that. I'm like, Una get this kind of influence and power. Una no fit use them small. Just use more of it to show these criminal politicians that they can't be treating you like that. But no. Very, very unfortunate. Here, Solo Dump at the scene.
Tata bụ Monday. Ana m akpaghalị Anambra niile ka ndị Shaw na anyị dị mma. Ebu m ụzọ gaa kwụsị ebe ndị omekome gbagburu ndị mmadụ ụnyaahụ. Ejere m ebe ahụ nkịta anyị nwa na-ebe akwa. Anambra na-eru uju. Ndị kọlt a, ndị anọ na kọlt na-agbagbusi onwefa. Anyị na-declare a big war on them. Anyị ga-achọta ndị amelienụ. And ndị anọ n'ime kọlt a ife anyị na-agwa fafa chọrọ ịdị ndụ pasi Anambra because ogbu mma ga-ana na mma, ọgba egbe ga-ana n'egbe.
Oludo solution. Every man with his own problem. And that's what we're going to draw the curtains this evening. Okay. We are going to take calls, but I'm going to take a break first. Okay. And I also have a reminder for us. We are going to be having a fundraiser for a victim of human trafficking. A lady that got trafficked to one of these African countries, sold as a sex slave, eventually managed to find her way back to Nigeria. A very sad, long story. So I intend to probably invite her here. There's going to be a book launch. Remember I told you this before, right? There's going to be a book launch that is going to be on the 25th. And that will be Friday this week. And I want her to come and share her story with us here. And then we can raise funds. So not just to support her, but to support other vulnerable, girls back in that Nigeria. she would have a book launched, and we want those books, possibly enough of them, right, distributed to the young girls, young boys, as many as possible across the area. So I just thought I should remind you, and I would be so grateful to you if you show your generosity and support that day. It's going to be on Friday, okay? And every penny that should be raised will be sent to her directly. Do you understand? So which means she will be here with us, and then I will give all that support to her right here. I thought I should put you on notice, right? So I'm going to quickly go on and have a short break. This break may take me up to 2-3 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to take a leak as well, okay? But when I come back, we can, of course, take calls. Listen, if you have to go, by the way, remember, you need to like the broadcast, like it, share it, okay? And maybe subscribe onto the channel as well. So when I come back, we shall take calls. Don't go anywhere. Speaking tongue. Anyway, that is me back. And thank you very much to the Templars that stayed back. Remember, you can actually still support my platform, this temple, right? With with you buying me a cup of coffee, or as much as you can, okay? Also, the most important thing is that like this and share it. It's so important, all right? I think I have a caller. if I haven't lost this call. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Maiyegun.
Oh, good evening, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Right.
Good evening to everyone. I'm delighted to be part of today's broadcast.
It's
So
such a pleasure
I
to have
have
you
actually
on.
missed,
Please.
yes, sir. I have actually missed some episode, but I've always make sure that I catch up because your talk are very consistent and enlightening.
Thank you.
So I pray that may God continue to enrich your wisdom, sir.
Thanks, man. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, I did like to take a moment to thank you for always speaking the truth because we every time the truth keep coming out because whether people like it or not, these are the kind of messages that have been missing from our places of worship and gathering. There is a time of sowing and there is a time of reaping, and what we in Nigeria are experiencing today now is a time of harvest of our negligence. Empathy for the common man it has disappeared, and survivor has now become a game of everyone watching over themselves. Just imagine if someone had to go to ATM to withdraw probably the last catch of 5,000 naira, and before you even be able to count it, you see someone tapping you at the back that please, can I please see 100 naira? Can I please see 500 naira? So it has not become a survivor of the fittest now. Now, Nigeria at 64 years now has been a continuous struggle. As in, I was born 35 years after independence, and just like my father told me, it was a struggle back then. Now, it seems like it's also a struggle for we, the young one, growing up, and this is the fate that we are that we are currently facing. These are politicians. Probably, I believe that they've drained our resources. I mean, they just enrich themselves and their family at the expense of we, the masses. And some ignorant people are very contented to just receive the crumbs from these leaders. I don't know. Just Omashi, it's very to me, Oman do me going. I don't. We need to just unite. Let's have our brain. Let's have just equal brain so we can fight these people. But I don't know. I don't just understand. Just like one of our callers actually, there was a caller that said that Lagos is just a colony of Etogri. So it's just a real example, a case study of extortion on every street. At least every street, you see them loitering about. As in, if you try to invest, both the government and local club, they will take their shares, leaving you barely with nothing to survive. That is just what is happening in this country. So I have a personal experience here that it just happened to me. That was on the September 30th because I had to pick an item from a customer at Shomolu. So at that place, I don't actually know the area very well. So I had to turn on my Google map for direction. So I passed through the Onekpan beside that Onekpan axis down to going to Shomolu. So I came around to this T junction. So my map was now telling me that this is where I'm going to because my ETA was actually saying that I'm almost there. But not knowing that there is the road leading to that place is one way. But it was unknown to me. So I had to just move my bike to that place. Immediately, just within a second, I saw tout as in tug of 7 to 8 area boys. As in they just rounded me up. As in one even had to carry me. As in I'm so skinny to that extent that one had to carry me from the bike and throw me away. And in a twinkle of an eye, yes, Samayegun, they was saying that I passed through one way, and I was like, where's the one way? That I couldn't see any one way. Imagine, Samayegun, they purposely put clothes to cover the signboard of the one lane. I mean that's
one way. Don't pass
yes.
one way. Okay.
And before you know it, someone took my phone. They stole my phone because I had to put my phone at the using it as the Google map. So I placed it on front of the motor with my bike. Someone stole the phone, and I was like, who stole the phone? I was even still crying that who stole the phone? Nobody answered me. Imagine they were still saying that Alaye was on 15,000. 15,000. I was like, please, can I even just have my phone because I'm going for a delivery? They was like, I have to pay. Samayegun, do you know that I paid 5,000 naira for in that place.
Oh, yes.
And
But did they
my
give
phone,
you
I couldn't still find my phone. So they told me that in your country, one phone in your country, salo. They searched themselves and I couldn't find that phone. And this particular distance, I just immediately I went to police station to report the incident. Police were saying that I should document you before I can incident in Nigeria now. If you want to incident a report, you have to pay money. So I paid 5,000 naira for the distance. I paid 5,000 for incidenting a report. That's the Samayegun. After that, they said that I need to pay 50,000 for tracker. I was like 50,000 for technophone. 50,000 for technophone. I should pay. They say that it's officially that I have to document. I have to pay for tracking of phone. So everything was just so rubbish in this country. So I just had to go home, dejected, crying. I was feeling that I was in this quote don't be missing and but who nobody. I had to just go to my daily life. When I got home, I just had to. My wife was even consoling me that just calm down, everything is going to be normal. I had to use her phone, so I logged in with my Google account, and to exactly Samayegun, my exact phone. I know where the phone is at Shomolu, but I can't get to that place.
And you can't tell the police.
So that place is a den of
go and get you your phone.
Dog. They said I can't go to what we are facing. I think this country is just so bad that nobody to report to. And so people are saying that school is a scam. School is a scam. And to me, sometimes it feels like that. Sometimes it just feels like that scenario, school is a scam, because you earn a degree, but there's no real job. The few opportunities that exist are crossed by government policy that makes people make things harder. Samayegun, we cannot continue like this. We need to liberate ourselves, and only by uniting our voice, and so we can conquer the oppressor. So that's it, sir. All right, sir. Good. Thank you very much, sir.
Really sorry, very sorry for your experience, man. All right, Idris, it's a shame. It's just that there are so many people with similar experiences today, and I mean, where do you start from, Baba? Anyway, let me take another one, okay? You have a very good one yourself, because I don't even know how to console you here now, Baba. I have another call on the line again. It's an experience where, it's a place where dog eats dog. That's what Nigeria has become. And this is just even the beginning. It is going to get worse. It's not going to change. Hello, sir.
Hello, MaiyegunDiary.
Yes, sir. Baba.
It's me, your friend, Tyson. Calling again. It's been a long time. Good. I've been following you of recent. I've been following the latest developments, this and that. But
so much. I know. I've been taking calls for about 3 days now. So there's been so much that happened within that period. Baba.
Yeah,
but here we are.
A lot. Yeah. First of all, like I always say before, the major problem we're having, we're fighting a war. When you fight a war against yourself, you cannot win. We're fighting a war against ourselves. And you're fighting a war against yourself. You can't win that war. Sometimes I hear people talk about, it's the politicians, it's the this, it's the that. Not only the politicians,
no,
because that is who we are. So it's difficult. You cannot win a war against yourself. You're not fighting an outsider. Let's say, Maiyegun, you are fighting your own self.
There's no way.
You can't win that war. You can't win it. It's a war, like I always told you. You see, it's the new generation. Forget about our own old generation. When people talk about politicians, these leaders, that leaders. Even what of our parents? What of our parents? Our parents.
So somebody
said
something, right? Said this older generation, the older generation, they had this, they had that. now they destroyed this country for us and all of that. And the next person who is like older guy, you know, it was like, have you asked your own father and your mom, because they belong to the old generation too. Everybody played a role. And I was like,
everybody played a role.
That was like very cool.
Everybody played a role. When you were growing up, you can't ask your father or your mother. You can't ask questions. You only go by what they tell you. And they were telling you all those things. Maiyegun, look at your father. I schooled in Ijebubo.
Oh, bless you.
I know the Bade Road. I schooled in Ijebubo. I know the Bade Road. One of your brothers, they used to call him Baddest. Is my good friend. Right. It was his name Bashiru or something of that nature. He attended the zoo. You understand?
I'm with you.
So I know the Bade Road. My father was Jola Osho in Abeokuta. Check out all these big names. The kind of life they live. Are we able to live that kind of life now?
I don't think so.
No, we can't. They live larger. They were everywhere. They were controlling money, controlling this, controlling that. Thank you. And they were doing that to the detriment of their children. You see, so it is not only the politicians, not only our leaders. It started from your mother, your father, my uncle. You understand? So don't let us blame only the politicians. So it has gotten to a stage now that our generation, Maiyegun, we are flat. Forget about our generation. Don't let anybody come up and say, oh, we are going to do this tomorrow in Nigeria. See, like I always tell you, I gave up on Nigeria, and Nigeria since 2012.
Wow.
That's 2012.
I'm my time now to make sure that the younger generations are.
Thank you. We should not.
Like
you said something about You said something about the Yoruba nation.
Yes.
That the Yoruba nation now, you're targeting the younger generations. That is what I want us to be doing now.
They are supposed to be our targets now.
Let's target our younger. When it comes to us, Maiyegun, if federal government wants to pick you tomorrow, it is people on this same platform that will give them information. So forget this old generation. Our generation is flat, is gone. You know, when the politician will tell you that everybody has a price, people are thinking about money. It's not only money. Money can, when you say you have a price, Maiyegun, they can tell you that your daughter is going to become a minister in Nigeria by the age of 20. They can promise, those are prices. And this generation that we have, you will see them shouting, oh, we are hungry, oh, we are this. It's a lie. If they vote tomorrow morning, and Tinubu, thank you, we are too selfish, and Tinubu rigs it again. All of us. See,
I mean,
are
we not the same people who are like, but he's already done it. Let's just pray for him to succeed. I was like,
thank you.
Who rig the election? Do good. Yeah, you want to pray for him. It doesn't, you know. I guess you.
See, I'm not berating the Biafran people. You understand? Look at Nnamdi Kanu. He's been there. How many people have his followers? How many commissioners? How many governors have they killed? Ask yourself that question. They are only killing themselves. You understand? And why they are killing themselves in all those fractions, it's all about money. It's all about money. The same thing we do in Yoruba nation. The same thing we do in Yoruba nation. It's all about money. How many commissioners have we killed? Look at Kalu, or the one that was granted the interview. In a country where people are vexed, that guy will not leave the studio. But tomorrow morning, if he gets out of that station, it is also the masses that are crying that will go and say, how are you, sir?
Fayose the other day, when I showed the video of Fayose here, somebody who stole over 6 billion from them, Babato Jeto from Oshoko, the same people.
That is it.
Let me
So,
take another one.
how do you clear those people? So the only thing we can do, let's just target the younger generation. Like I also told you about the army. Army is not going to do anything. Forget about a conspiracy. They are telling Tinubu all these things. Army is in charge of bunkering. They are the ones stealing oil. They are not going to come in. Because, see, armies are guided by two laws. They are guided by the civil law and they are guided by the military law. So check out all those armies that were in the when the military was there, that were governors. Most of them were paupers today, because they know that if they steal and they are caught, I'm telling you, Maiyegun, they will face the civil law and they will face the military law. You see, so they will not want to come back and face that, because nobody's going to do anything to them now. So let's just face the younger ones. Let's just face them and face them squarely. About our own. If anybody tell you, Maiyegun, we are doing rally somewhere, Maiyegun, we are just leave them. Just tell them you hear.
I don't hear.
Just face the stronger one. This is our own generation. They can push you. They will take you to Aso Rock with rope in your neck to go and deliver you.
Exactly, and collect the piece, 12 pieces of check.
We will do it.
Let me take another one. Thanks, Baba.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You have a good one.
Thank you.
God bless you, sir. See, talking about the army, by the way, a lot of you have been asking about Lagbaja, right? So you see, this man is reported allegedly very unwell. He became unwell. This is the Nigerian Chief of Army Staff, QAFs. All right. Now, Lagbaja, he became very, very unwell, that it became obvious across the country. Then there's a guy called Jackson Ude, who dropped a bombshell 2 days ago that Lagbaja is dead. That in fact, within the army, they have appointed they have appointed his replacement in acting capacity, that is so unwell that his own supposed colleagues, they were already fighting for his position. They want to take his place. So the Nigerian army, they have released three different statements, not different per se, okay, that he is alive, is not dead. Number two, initially they said he's receiving treatment abroad. Later they said no, he's on vacation. Meanwhile, he was flown outside Nigeria because he's suffering from what allegedly, he's suffering from prostate cancer rather. I said prostate. It is called prostate cancer. So prostate means something below down there. And I do not have any evidence that is dead. A lot of you have been asking me. I did my best last night to put something on MaiyegunSdiary Politico that the army said he's alive, he's not dead. But because in Nigeria, you need to give us proof. So Nigeria is a place whereby once the government denies something, it may be true. Sure you get. So in that state, it's just that I don't like, without evidence, okay, to conclude and say somebody is, they don't buy only for the person to show up later, all right? But I just also don't like the fact that the way they handle information in that place, tell us if he's unwell. Anybody can fall sick. Anyone can be unwell. It's life. You are a human being. You are not a machine. You are not he's unwell. He's taking treatment. He's going to resume his job, or he's going to take a leave of absence because he's unwell. It's to take care of himself. There's nothing wrong in that. But right now they are like saying everybody asking of him is wishing him dead. It's not about what the people wishes anymore. It's about what is really going on. So when you ask me, Maiyegun, what do you hear about this man? I have only heard what you have heard too. It's just that I am not going to confirm that what you want to be confirmed, because I am not in the position to confirm that until that is available. And I've not received, the hint from anywhere that indeed is no more. So they have been doing different media run for him to make it look like all of them are asking for him. You are the enemy, but you are not. All right. If the Chief of Army Staff in Nigeria is out of active service. Is being paid by the public, by the public, with the public fund. Definitely, you have the right to know where he is. All right. But Nigeria is a place where secretive things like this is considered as trying to avoid the inevitable, whatever, right? So the information is that I can confirm to you that he's unwell. But is he alive? I don't know. Is he dead? I don't know. All right. So we have no proof that he is alive. We also don't have any proof that he is dead. Every other thing they are saying out there is just to try to gaslight us from asking for him. But if I hear anything, trust me, I'm not going to hold that back. I'll share it. But I'm not going to kind of join people who are going to speculate. All right. Don't let us be like people who are speculating. Okay. There's no proof that he's alive. There's no proof that he's dead. For now, we have nothing. So stop asking me. Here, I have a caller. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
That is the Prince. Prince Jejeman, representing
IPOB for life.
For life. It's been a while, Baba. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Baba?
Well, I did here, trying to, to survive.
I've been busy, but I did with you in the spirit, Baba.
I saw your message, and it's a good thing. You remember, the last time we saw, it was like, oh, the whole place is so dry now that I said, don't worry. It's always seasonal, isn't it? So when you become busy, it's a good thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Baba.
Good one, man.
Well done.
Please.
Thank you for the good work.
Thank you too, Baba.
I so much enjoy your Sunday Simon.
Yesterday,
it was a bomb.
A lot of people have to emotion was running riot, by the way. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to do my beats.
It was awesome, Baba. You nailed it. You nailed it. Well done. Well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Baba, I'm calling in respect of this Baba Peter Obi.
Peter.
Peter Obi, I hope he's listening to us. I'm calling to ask him or to warn him. I don't know the one to use, the better word to use for him.
Right.
He should play his politics, and if he personally, let him not continue gaslighting us. We are tired of this their political correctness. I don't know if that man, if you look at his head, you see that he's a survivor of the Kwachoko during the Civil War. If you look at the Obi head, you will see that he's a Kwachoko. You still have the Kwachoko head with him. You understand? And he's trying to deny the Kwachoko that affected him during the Civil War, Nigeria genocidal war against the Biafrans. And I want to also remind him, in case he's forgetting, now they can know that Nigeria kidnapped from Kenya, and I have kept him. Now going to that they shifted the court case to January or February. Going to 4 years, they kept an innocent Igbo Biafran inside cell for no reason. The local court, appeal court, had discharged and acquitted him. They declare him innocent. For those who are saying this and that, international court has freed him. Don't Obi know that this is the civil war, continuity of the civil war going on?
They turn to Cold War. Unfortunately, he said it a few times back and said the Biafra, come on. He said Biafra died 52 years ago. And he claimed that he's not a Biafran. He's a one Nigerian. He said that many times. Just that I just wish he would stop pissing on the grave of, he can't just open his mouth and say people should move on just like that because he's a better man, he's a forgiving man and all of that. When Yakubu go lost, as recent as just last month, told Tinubu that Tinubu should continue what he is doing. That when he was fighting the Biafrans, right? There are people blamed him that he was too slow to crush the Biafrans. But what did he do? He did it anyway. That's why he said, I did it anyway. And they told me that I was too slow. He's bragging that his achievement was that genocide. And somebody is saying that let us have love. See.
You know, Maiyegun, the painful thing is that, is it Buhari left to 2023? Yeah, it's not long. Buhari is the clique of Gowon.
Yes, now.
That fought the genocidal war.
Yes.
Killed over 5 million people. Innocent people, including men, women, and children. To starvation. Children were dying on the street, and Nigeria do not care. Maiyegun, you see, Buhari, the gang, of Gowon said was it 2023? He said that Biafrans are dot in a circle.
That was in 20, I think it was 2021 or thereabout. Now.
Just of recent.
He will speak to you in the language that you will understand. If your parent didn't tell you the whole story, he will speak to you in the language that you understand, which means I would launch another killings on you in case if your parent didn't tell you what happened, what they faced during the genocidal war. Because they all brag about it. It's like the best achievement. So anybody who wants to relate with Nigeria, you must actually, right? You must praise these murderers. Okay? That is how you're going to show your one Nigerianness. You need to praise these murderers who still brag about the genocide anyway. They still brag about it.
Maiyegun, do you know why I refer to Buhari? Is to remind Obi that this is of recent. You understand? This comment is of recent, and Gowon never come out to say, come, because this thing you are saying is evil, because this we are trying to reconcile the three R, this and that. That is their fake R they said.
You are even talking about last time. I'm talking about this last month. Gowon told Tinubu that Nigerians always complain that the same thing happened to him. They said he was too slow to crush the Biafrans, but yeah, he did it anyway. Eventually, he brags about it this last month.
Can you imagine? And someone is coming to congratulate him, calling him an elder statesman. Obi should be careful. I know Obi, before the election, I said Obi is a setup. Because if he's not a setup, he cannot win the election and he tell the people to calm down. They just use him, to deceive the people, because nobody was eager to go into that election. It was Obi that came out as a setup and deceived the people, and they followed him. At the end of the day, what did he do? So Maiyegun, the good thing about everything in conclusion is that thank God for the person that God gave to us, Mazen Kanu. They can hold him as long as they want to hold him. But the good thing is that they can never hold the message of truth. That message of truth that he has ushered out is what is holding Nigeria down. Nigeria, no secret in Nigeria can be hidden anymore. Forever and ever, 1,000 years, until Nigeria disintegrates. They cannot couple Nigeria together. Because truth, he told them that truth is more powerful than any weapon you can ever manufacture in the whole world.
That's right.
Maiyegun, thank you very much for your good work.
Praise. Just take it easy, man, okay? You have a good one, Baba. It is what it is. Like I said, right? Obi may be a very good person. No doubt, okay? He has this personality that is, infectious. Like if you are not somebody who is totally like I don't want to hear anything about these people and all that, but I'm talking about reasonable people. All right, you will see that in the midst of the death. Obi is like, you know, a diamond, a rough diamond in the dirt, okay? Well, in the Nigerian standard, you say, right? However, you can't, because you want to satisfy these murderers and say people should move on. People should be able to forgive. I mean, I am someone who will say, okay, yeah, I've said it many times on this platform and said, listen, oh, it is good to know your history. And please, when you are reading your history, as sad as some of these histories are, right? We all know that our ancestors, they are neither saints, what do you call it? They are not all sainty or all evil. Here you get now. So when you read your history, it is ideal to try to learn from that history. Don't become the prisoner of that history. Don't carry the whatever hatred they had against themselves back then. Don't carry it to your own generation. Here you get. But at the same time, I am never going to say to somebody that say, just forget it. Don't ever forget. You may forgive. Forgiveness is something that is coming from a position of a very big strength, right? A very, very, stronger strength, so to say. But if you want to talk about forgiveness as well, people who committed this heinous crime, war crime, have they genuinely asked for forgiveness? No, they haven't. Don't make up forgiveness for them. Don't make up, say, okay, if you read that what Obi typed, right? Obi was talking about, he said something like, in the place of hatred, you have shown love. In the place of so, you have shown unity. Come on, man. Are you saying that the descendants or the victims of that civil war, genocidal war, they are hateful people? They are people who don't love. Those who have chosen not to ever forget what happened, are you saying they are people against unity or something like that? Like, are you gaslighting them? When the people that committed this atrocious, heinous war crime are still walking about with the medal, they are proud of what they did. They have no regrets. Today, we all know that the evidence is there. The genocidal war might have ended. What about the Cold War? Any small thing, you go hear some nuisance. We go just kill you again. We go just do what we do to you. If you like say you want me, we'll deal with you again. That's like, you see? Then you cannot just turn around and say people will never, for any reason, forget. They don't love. You say they don't have love. No, come on, man. That is the only thing. It's not because Peter Obi greeted Yakubu Golos happy birthday that people are reacting to. No. It is the wordings. The wordings is used. They are gaslighting the victims of that civil war. It's making them look like they are cry baby. Let's just forget it and move on, Charade. Let's just forget it. Come on. When the likes of Gowon, Babangida, what's that other one's name? Bokwari, they are kind of carrying the medal of what they did with pride. These are old guys. They are nearing their graves. They have no remorse, no regret. They don't have any regrets. Then you are now blaming the people reacting that they are overreacting. When, sorry, my caller, I have a caller on the line. Oh, sorry. You see, when America bombed Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, today, America and Japan, they are allied. But guess what? After that war, America not only apologized, America contributed over $2.5 billion for the rebuild of Japan. That is what you call reparation. Happy? Yakubu Golos was talking about the 3 R's. Reconciliation, rehabilitation. Did they rehabilitate the eastern part of Nigeria? Did they? Today, it is the only region that is also very close to the sea, that they are kind of balkanized politically, and they ensure that they will never have their own support. It is only the Igbos in Nigeria that when they are creating Nigeria, when you go to Benue, the middle belt of Nigeria, Igbos were cut to Benue. Igbos were cut to Edo, Midwest. Igbos were cut into some of these other states they created, just to create the illusion of a small people, so that they will never, according to them, they will never attempt to want to break up again in Nigeria. See, is that the reconciliation? Is that the rehabilitation? So why are you deceiving yourselves and then trying to kind of make it look like they don't want to forget? Let's just forget and move on. That's not how to move on. That's deceitful. That is gaslighting. And this is 2024. All this information are now online. They are everywhere. You can choose to be ignorant. So tomorrow, people are telling the Igbos that they need to build bridges. We can't trust them. I mean, I wasn't alive. I mean, I wasn't born when the war took place. So I didn't feel or affected by the war. I'm not Igbo. Many of those Igbos who are alive today, they were not direct victims of the war. But guess what? Today, they are direct victims of the Cold War that Nigeria is fighting with them. They are the only ones they are saying they should build bridges. Igbos must build bridges. Igbos must, come on, man. Don't greet your man and say, happy birthday. Go on. Don't try to make it look like, don't be on the graves of those they killed. Because these guys have not apologized in any true sense of it. There's no real reconciliation that took place. Till tomorrow, they are still fighting the Cold War. So tell your children that. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Maru.
Baba, Dami.
Good evening, though.
Good evening, brother. I'm so sorry I kept you waiting that long, okay? I just had to clear that.
No.
You know?
In fact, it was an interesting one for me, but just that as much as I have a lot to say about the deceits, the lies, I don't know the word to use. I mean, just the deceit about
Nigeria is a lie. If you know what really transpired, you are not going to say our heroes passed. Our heroes passed. Our heroes passed are a bunch of criminals, thieves.
They are criminals. They are criminals. So as much as I have a lot to say historically and all about the lie we tell ourselves, the unity, which is not true and all, I'm not interested in that tonight. I'll just put that on the side. I'll focus on something else because
make sure you actually still speak your mind on what you have in mind on already. Please go on, Baba.
Yeah, so there is Idris was the reason I called actually. The truth is, there is a quote I always say when I'm talking to my colleagues and friends. I've always told them, if we don't end criminality, criminality will end us. And it's so unfortunate that every blessed day, I still keep seeing how criminality is ending us directly and indirectly. I want to encourage him not to, because of anything they do to him, leave what he's doing. I want to encourage him to just be yourself and try as much as possible to stay clear of those people. Because if I tell you will not meet them tomorrow, I'll be lying to you. Because I have my own share of stories. See, if you're in Nigeria, trust me, you will see a lot of things. But then just grow some thick skin and just know how to manage your way. I realize that in an unjust environment like this, if you are trying to be just, you'll be the mad person. So everybody should just be mad together. Let me just tell one or two stories of, something directly I was directly involved in. I think I've said one of those here before, but let me just add this to what he has said. You see, where I was working in 2020, and whenever I finish from office at 5 p.m., I usually pull my car out to do boats and all. just to make extra money. You know, young boy now, you're not supposed to sit down. Okay. So at the end of the day,
multiple
source
stream
of
of income, they
income,
say.
exactly. So at the end of the day, I had to stop that business because of LASMA, because of airport authority, because of all these paramilitary and military apparatuses in Lagos. When I started, it was booming. So you can imagine me after work, I go out, I come back. Per day, I'm recording like 25K in my pocket
Right.
just after work. But then I now realized that when the issue started with me, if I make the money, now them and they use the money pay. I will just use the money I make to pay myself out of their hands. So let me give you some of the experiences and things I passed through with them.
Yeah, please.
There is a time in Obalende. If you go to Obalende probably in the morning or in the evening when there is a rush hour, they will usually not stick to what traffic light is saying. They will say you should call you. All these last month people will call you to come and all of that. So that blessed day, the traffic light was working, but I saw them using hands to just call people and all. They called me, I listened, and as they called me, they called me to come and beat red light normally. Right. So as they called me and I was beating the red light, one of them jumped out of his hiding, bumped into the front of my car and told me to stop. The mistake I made that day was winding down. As I wind down a little like this, the guy just opened the car door. They jumped inside, carried me to one corner. They collected, I think, 25K from me that day.
Wow.
Before I was
released. All you made that night. Wow.
Before I was released, they collected every 25K from me. So another time, I think I've said this here before. I had an issue with my tire under Adeniji Bridge. So I had to stop to check. Before you know it, I've not even stopped. You don't surround me. They carry my car they call somewhere Sura along that island. So when I got to the office, I even saw one elderly man. I thought he was going to have sense and all. Talking to him and telling him what happened, how I had issues with my tire and I just want to check what it is. He told me categorically, if you die, you die. It's your problem.
Wow.
Like, that was what he told me. I mean, so I have to tell him that oriented that way, then he show you. So I now told him whatever it is, I don't even care now. I'll pay it here. So whether you are using your car for private or you're doing Uber or you are a commercial vehicle owner in Lagos, or let me say in Nigeria itself, bro, you are not safe. You are not. And that's why each time I call, I complain about the decadence of this Southwest. I mean, it's so bad.
The victims, all of us victims, you know, and
everybody, you cannot avoid
it. Day, anywhere.
You can't avoid it. You cannot. Another thing is if you are passing all those Ojota, recently, if you are passing Ojota in the morning, it's like you are exposed. You know, driving in the morning is not like driving in the midnight. You'll be passing Ojota. Police is there, and you'll be seeing all these touts harassing people, telling them to wind down their glasses, and if they are not winding down their glasses to give them money, they will break the glasses.
Wow.
If you know people that pass through Ojota to Island every morning, you can ask them this thing I'm saying. Police is there, last mile is there, everybody is there. Still, those guys, they rub daylight in the morning in that place. And nothing has ever been done about it. If there is a long traffic on Third Mainland Bridge, before you know it, everybody is being obtained.
I mean, I have seen instances where people were being robbed like this in traffic.
I mean,
like from car to car. They are robbing people. And once they are done, they just cross the road to the other side, disappeared. I was like, what?
In fact, my wife, Long Bridge. No, I don't know if you know Long Bridge. That's between
Beggar and the Long Bridge, yeah?
If your car do mistake spoil for that place for night, just leave everything, they go out.
Wow.
Just they go home, because your life will be worth more than any other thing you will lose at that instance. So it is just, I'll just tell him, brace up. Don't let them discourage you in doing your thing. Continue doing your thing. Trust me, because you can't help it. They are just mad people, and that's why it's my so wrong. Man, be me. So, thank you so much, Mr. Maiyegun. You are doing a good
all
job.
the time, because somehow, right, there are some of us, there are some people here that believes that these guys actually do listen to this platform, maybe once in a while, maybe regularly as well, but who knows? If they themselves would kind of get to know that you don't have the security they have, you don't have all these bulletproof cars that they have, but that still doesn't save them or spare them from becoming victims of what
They are
we speak.
not scared though. It's a matter of time, honestly. They are not scared at all. But to them, they have an illusion of being secured because of the police they carry.
Okay.
They won't realize it's an illusion.
We shall see. Just take it easy, like you advised Idris as well, okay? And stay safe, Baba. All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you so much.
You have a good one. Send it to the missus, by the way. Say you have a good one, Baba. Yes, sir. So that's Dami, ladies and gentlemen. We currently have just about 15 minutes to go. Yeah, 15 max. So listen, if you haven't really liked the broadcast, this is going to be your time to do that, okay? Here is another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. It's been a while.
How are you?
Oh my God, look at me today. Yes, it's been a while. Oh my God. Thank God. How are you? How are you doing? How is Agbeke and
thanks for not giving up, by the way. Usually when people try a few times, you know what? It's not going to happen. I'm glad you
honestly. Anyway, I didn't. Thank God I did it anyway.
Yes,
and it's been a while that I even called online on your platform, or even join, because I realized sometimes ago. I don't know. This is Timatila. You can see me on the one of the regulars.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Timatila. Yeah, I'm one of the regular. Anyway,
but I had you mentioned your name right now. Your colleagues in that temple, the comment section, are probably like, "Yeah, she got through today."
Yeah, yeah,
lovely.
Yeah. You know what? I had to stop at some point because the whole Nigerian thing was messing up with my brain.
Honestly.
My brain couldn't sort of it was really draining. It was like we couldn't hold it anymore. So I had to stop watching this your program. Though I've been a regular, you can see I still follow, but I didn't stop. Even when I'm
because it's too much to take in most of the time. This is too much.
No,
you know what?
No. Because honestly, it was really messing up my brain, mental states. So I had to really stop. So I just thank you. I had to take a break. So I just came back. So and now see what is happening now. Again, see everything is never getting better. But the thing, my surprise is those people that are still believing in one Nigeria. That is the surprise. That is my worry. Why and how on earth some people are still believing in one Nigeria? I don't understand them. I can't really put it together.
Mental health problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I can't really figure it out.
Their case is like an hopeless one, but still they are creating hope in an hopeless situation, hoping that something will happen, a miracle.
What is the miracle that is going to happen? All this while that it's not happening. That is just all this while, all these years, all these decades we are talking about, and things are getting worse. It's not that things are getting better that you can say yes, at least this is getting better. We can still open this and that, but it's not. Everything is just
something like okay, you guys are looking at it from this direction. Let's look at this from this other direction. There is better this way. Which direction you want us to look at? Everything looks bleak.
Exactly. It's just everything nothing. So what are we talking about? What is going on? That country, see everything. Everybody always has one. I mean, like let me say countable experience, bad experience about this country. See what is happening. Look at everything. Is it the judiciary system you want to talk about? Is it the education system? Is it the welfare of the people? Is it the what is it called? Health sector? Is it the security? What is it that we can talk about that is getting better in that country? Please. Maybe it's me that is not getting it. If honestly, people can just explain.
You don't have no problem. Honestly, you have no problem because when you understand what is going on in that place, sometimes you'll be like, you know, the worst case, ma'am, when you are talking to those who live there and they are telling you that you are just overreacting, it's not that bad. Then you begin to feel like, I've been in a money problem,
Benny, that is what they do. They believe. I think they think everything is normal when you talk about it. They think. I think they're like, I don't know, what is the problem? Is it the government? Is it the way they? Is it because they were born that way, or they were born into that thing, and it's not part of them, and they believe that is how it's supposed to be. That is how they're supposed to suffer. Oh, that is how they're supposed to treat them.
Honestly,
I don't get it. I don't get it because I have so many unanswerable questions that nobody can answer. You understand? So I don't get it. See what is happening now. Imagine. But what happened? What that so-called Falano? What is happening to that man? The man, people. Some people still. I mean, like some sort of. They said they're looking up to. See what happened. See how he talk. See what is. See what is happening. Look at that.
You know what somebody said? Somebody said that as much as a lot of us may not agree, but you see this. This Tinubu becoming president of Nigeria is actually a good thing too, on the side that it is helping us to identify with people that we used to see as good people who wish the country well. It's making them to unravel. We are now actually seeing them for who they are.
Yeah, exactly. It's true though, but we told them that period. Now they're suffering for it. But there's one thing also about Peter Obi. I think I don't understand because it's like he's making people to sell laws now that Chibi, we told you that it's just part of them. They're all the same bird of the same feathers. You understand that they're just the same thing. See what is. They're just from the same thing, and there's even it's just part of them. You know, so it's like I know some people already told me that. Like, see what he's saying that you should let go. That he didn't even think of what he didn't even think of what people went through, what they've been through. He didn't think of all that, and they believe just let go, just like that. No, it doesn't work that way. Things doesn't really go that way. It really needs to like. Anyway, me as a person, I'm not talking for anyone here, but I've lost hope in that country, and I've given up long ago. That is just
to understand that it is actually nothing bad if you the way you see things in that place today, and you feel like you know what. I do not believe in this place anymore. There's nothing wrong in that. Maybe if it changes tomorrow, right? And you see it differently tomorrow, you won't deny it. You get what I mean? Like, you see, I told people, ma'am, I said, you may think Maiyegun doesn't like this Nigeria or so. We are actually the people that care most. Because the real enemy of Nigeria are the people who have the chance of making that place better now. But they decided to ruin it. People like us are those who don't live in denial. We are exposing the rods. We are also telling you the consequences of it. We are people who actually really care. This one don't care.
Because we'll be very happy if the country is changed and everything is now like
and nobody can
being
hide
okay
that.
there.
See, if their country is working, there's no amount of I don't like Nigeria, I don't like Nigeria, right? That will overshadow that. Sure, you get.
Yeah.
If they are
working, like somebody like me, I must be honest with you.
You get. We can't say because we don't like them, we don't like the place. Right?
Yeah.
Then
no,
we are going to cover that up. No.
No,
it's wrong. What they are doing is so
like
wrong.
somebody like me, right? I have my children here. I have grandchildren here, and on a good day, I should be like thinking of that home where I come from with system here. Children, when they are on their own, they're on their own. They don't even have your time. You understand? Somebody like me, why is it still painful? Is you can't, that country, you can't really go there and say, I want to go and settle there. But by now, somebody like me, I know there are a lot of people like me out there that they will be like, I think the country is in a good form. At least we should be like preparing you now to say, probably let's go and settle home, and the home is home, blah, 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 all sort of things. But now, that is not, you can't.
So do they not know what that simply means to your own mental health as well?
Exactly.
Like personally, like to somebody like yourself, you've seen everything here. What is left here to see? You've seen everything.
Thank you.
But now you just have to kind of continue to remain here because you don't want to put your life at risk back there.
At risk.
Do they understand what that means mentally for you?
It pains me more than them. If they don't know that.
They don't know. Ma'am, thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Let me reserve things for now. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, everybody. Then, Princess Balogo, sorry for your loss. I know you are there.
I know.
Sorry for your loss. Yeah. May God grant Baba eternal life. Yeah.
Amen.
Allah Andrew saying, you know. All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. So you see, I have said this many times on this platform, right? A lot of you don't understand that some of us, somebody like me now, I'm still young, you will say, but I am not too young if to say where I come from has not been so messed up, right? People like myself would possibly have started putting things back there. Back in the days, people of my own age, they are opening businesses, they are opening, opportunities back in Nigeria. And these guys have messed things up so much that those who have been abroad for 30 years, 20 years, 25 years, 40 years, ordinarily, some of them are retired. They would just have been spending 8 months in Nigeria, 4 months here, in the olden days. So that's how people used to kind of do it. But the politicians and their supporters, have messed up that place so much that you have put the lives of everybody in danger. So it's now going to be your choice to say, do you want to go and find out if Nigeria is safe or not? Or you're just going to have to kind of wait until you see the sign. So mentally, there are people who don't want to be where they are here anymore. But you just have to continue to cope and live just within the old place, live in the place. So when you see people come on social media to vent their frustration and their disappointment, in fact, their support for, if breaking up of that contraption is going to make it easier for everybody to find a place to call home again, then so be it. You do not understand. You think it's because they hate Nigeria? There's nobody that hates Nigeria more than your politicians and their supporters. You have opportunity of fixing that place. You become governors, senators, lawmakers here and there, president and the rest. Rather than fix that place, you decided to make mess of it even more. And you are buying yourself and your family members. You are buying them what? Paradise outside Nigeria. Buying them citizenship because you don't love that place. But then some of you think, now we don't love Nigeria. When you guys are actually the enemies of that contraption, unfortunately. Here is my last caller, I believe. Hello.
Hello, Mr. How are you doing?
I am very well, sir. Good to have you again. How are you?
Yeah, good to see that your eyes looking better now.
Oh, so, yeah. Thank you.
yeah. I've not called you for a while because I've been busy with other things. Yeah. I'm gonna just summarize most of the things you discussed anyway. I'll start with
Go on, please.
The issue of Peter Obi wishing Gawan happy birthday. It's all fine and good. But I think our generation, we are the Peter Obi them generation, which are much older in our 50s and 60s now.
Oh, right.
We seem not to understand that our own personal idea is not everybody's idea. I like Maiyegun doesn't mean that everybody that is a Yoruba man like Maiyegun.
That's right.
We need to start getting to the point where if you want to say something, say it that this one I'm saying on my own behalf, not on behalf of my supporters. And the moment you hold the position of power, you're no longer your own, you're a public property, so you have to go in the direction of the people that are supporting you. Yeah. Also, the same people that people are saying that Obi is saying forgive. When Buhari was in power, did Meiti Allah ever apologize to any part of Nigeria?
Never.
Have they even apologized now that Tinubu is in power?
No.
You don't dealt a card to somebody that is dealing you a different card. You deal him exactly the same card so that they understand. And I want to drag it back to the people that sent Christianity and Muslim religion to us in Africa. The Europeans never forgive Gaddafi for Lockerbie bombing. As soon as they found an opportunity, they got him and they ended him. The same Israel that the Christians in Nigeria are praying. Israel is busy bombarding his enemy, finding their leaders and killing them. If it's in Nigeria now, they'll say pray for the person. Oh, how are you praying for the person? Praying for who? Person that is coming to kill you, you're praying for him. When the person that sent you the Bible is busy killing the person that wants to kill him, what version of the Bible did they give you? Even in Saudi Arabia, you do anyhow, they cut your head off. So what version of Muslim are we practicing in Nigeria that we're not practicing? I don't understand. It just makes me kind of question certain things.
To question this more.
Another thing you should also observe is our own generation, like the other caller said, has bastardized Nigeria. It's true to an extent. But what people have forgot is that we that grew up from the 70s all the way to the 90s grew up under military rule. You dare not question any authority. If you question, you're dead. So the fear was put in us to just accept everything said hook, line, and sinker. And the biggest happiness I'm happy for is the advent of internet. Some people don't know that there were times when you own TV in your house, your dad will lock the TV door. TVs used to have door. The TV people play with now, TV used to have door. You people still have the light, but your dad will lock the TV door. When he wants to watch the TV, he will open it.
That's when everybody
will now sit down and watch. When they finish watching, they lock it, carry the key for their pocket, they go and they go. And it's only black and white. The tube is like bigger than, like the tube is half of my flat now. The tube of that TV is like half of my flat to the back.
Is that what they usually give to it there?
Thank you. So what I'm trying to say is, we didn't have access to the information your generation and the next generation have now. We dare not question anything. If you question anything, you're gone. And that is why I will always support anybody that question constituted authority with facts, not with fiction. Like you did earlier when you said you're not sure if the chief of staff is dead because you don't have verifiable facts. That is what we want. People that can think and follow it up with the real facts.
That's right.
Secondly, when it comes to the issue of, like I always tell you, is like I said, I'm saying my own based on fact. I said PDP did 16 years. APC is about to complete the 16 years. You are beginning to see the crack. They are the Lagos boys, they are the NNPP boys, they are the other parties that combine to form the APC. And if you look at Tinubu's government, if you look at Tinubu's government, Tinubu government is made up of the AD, the old AD.
And then the ACACN. You're right.
And thank you. Thank you. However, the problem they are now facing now is in 2027, where do they get the other half they need? They can get the Southwestern vote. They need either the southeastern vote or middle belt vote or northern vote. That is why you're going to see Tinubu start trying to pander to the needs of certain areas. It's either going to keep going to south-south to cut off some parts of the old southwest region, cut off some bit of middle belt. With people like Buala, he's going to give them some authority. They will start talking rubbish, having rubbish, or find one person and give a post. They will never prosecute the Kogi State governor, Bello, because they need him to win an election. He has a constituency. If he delivers Kogi State for them, that is one state in the middle belt. Right. The Kwara governor will deliver one state. They're already counting the states they need. Now, the other people that are grumbling, Peter Obi will never make it to presidency. I'm not saying he's not a good person. He's never going to make it to a presidency. He's beginning to dilute his values to try to fit in. You need to become what you are and stay where you are. If I come back 10 years from now and I come back to watch Maiyegun, I know what to expect.
That's right, sir.
The moment you start trying to pander to other people, trying to increase your vote. No, if your argument is valid, people on the other side should see your argument and start turning to your side, and that's not right. You trying to pander to them. No. Yeah, I may not be a great fan of Showore, but you can never come 10 years from now and not still get him talking the same way he was talking 10, 20 years ago, because he has a value that he's sitting on.
I agree.
People forget that politics and human beings are like brands. The moment you stay as a brand, people will begin to see that thing you're saying makes sense. And like I keep telling you, you are peeling the back of the skin of the tree. You're now chopping the tree small. People are going to Africa and coming back and saying, wow, this is Maiyegun is saying, how is he getting into the tea, to the fact, to the point that this is exactly what's happening? The other caller that called said his phone got taken in Lagos. His phone is not. They're not even going to take their phone nowadays. Watch, in the next 2-3 years, they will start taking people's houses. Because Tinubu need to pay all the people that contributed for his election. The West will never contribute to anything for free. It started during the Biafran War. After the war, the Igbos were given 20 pounds. All their money were used to pay for the weapons that the British and other countries supplied them. Go and check Iraq war. After the war, Americans took their oil to pay back all the money they used.
So right.
So the Israeli war they are fighting now, when they finish, Iran will be sanctioned to pay for the war. People need to start understanding this. Tinubu will pay for all the people that make sure he won that election. So the tax people he's employing now are the people that are going to go house to house to collect those taxes. You that refuse to vote the right thing when they are telling you to vote the right thing and stand by your vote, you will now pay that due you want to pay. And those that sold their vote in what's it called, in Bini, in Edo, and those that are about to sell their vote in the next state they're going to have election will also pay. You know, they will keep pushing them to the point where they will now tell you now that, you know what, all the houses you build in Nigeria, you own the house but you don't own the land. You have to start paying ground rent.
You know, Lagos State has already announced that. Someone could just said that, I think it was 2 weeks ago, that it's only 15% houses in Lagos that has original CFO. What do you mean? 15%? Does that mean that all those millions of houses are not supposed to be there?
Right. Yes, because they've already calculated how much they need to make to pay back all the debts they borrowed. When Buhari stopped the change the money, it was designed to stop them from getting money for election. These people got people to put money and say, you know what, I'll put 10 billion, I'll put 50 billion. If you win, you pay us back. All this flight they are flying out of the country is to go and renegotiate the debt. We're going to pay you back. We don't have money to print. We don't have oil to sell because the oil has already been sold in advance. Dangote, you cannot sell below 1,000 because the one we are importing, we are taking the subsidy money to repay back the debt we borrowed. These are election debt. They're not finished paying back election debt. When they finish paying back election debt, if they don't have enough, they will now tax you as an individual. It will get to a point where even when you're walking on the road, you pay tax in Nigeria. They will keep pushing them to the point where the people will have to wake up to do something about it.
bring an end to all of this if they can. Baba, thank you. Again, you have a way with, you know, your contributions. I have to give that to you, sir. You have a way with it. Enough that a lot of the viewers just find it like if this was supposed to be a studio presentation where hundreds of people are in the attendance, right? The camera will be picking up on you know, the faces of everyone in the room, and you get this agreement look on their faces like, I appreciate this, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Right? Enjoy the rest of your evening.
And you too.
Yes, sir. A very good one. I have our time is really up now, even though I think Celia wants to say one or two things, but I'm going to time you see, is that you, Celia?
Yes.
Our own Garba Live. Now, here is something. You only have just about 2 minutes with an extra one. If you can manage it, I will that you can actually manage it, right? So let's have it. How are you today?
Thank you. I want to talk.
Let's talk.
I'm fine.
Go on.
It's about the forthcoming. It's not about Nigeria, but kind of. It's because of Nigerians. The forthcoming U.S. elections. I am saying this here because this is a platform where we have a lot of Nigerians here. This is also where I call home. But I need to make some enlightenment here because some people are sick in the head and they're not understanding. If African American people can rise up, who are the people that are directly affected by you know what they went through now from the hands of the rich, what do they call it? White supremacists. If they went through all that, when you read their history, but if they are coming out today because their eyes are open, because something happened to them, then why are we on MaiyegunsDiary Politico for how many years? Why are we here? Why do we want Oduduwa Nation? Why do we want Biafra? And we are here still. Something has not happened to us. Then we need to go and do a recheck. Fact check. I tell everyone under the sound of my voice that you need to go and sit down and think about this. I saw something on Adeola Lafayan's channel. I could not believe it. Dr. Damages was here one time. They talk about the issue. Any president that cannot put his country first is not fit to be on the. He's a very useless president. I like Trump because he will say America first. When they're pointing out on Trump, he called us shithole. He called us whatever. But I'm going to put a shithole here. Why didn't you point out on but I'm going to be a bit truthful? This country has given you life. This country has given you a reason to be at peace. Go back to Nigeria now. Go back to Nigeria. You want to press people that are legalizing marijuana and all these things. These people that will pass the beach, you will take all those things and you're enjoying because they allow you. It's okay to take them. Who is suffering it? Many people are dying because of that. Many people are dying. And we talk about economy. The truth is when Trump was on president, the economy was better. The margins are correct. Look at the prices of things. You come with a felony. How many politicians are not felony? If we bring up all their dirty manners, we're going to spend them and you all see. Tell me if their hands are clean. Tell me if their hands are pick me up today. And I talk to you. Look at the what's going on. You know what? I tell you, shoot that size. I swear to you, if Trump is on throne, certain people cannot beat their chest and do certain things. No, be with that. I tell you this thing. You want me to you? I said, God bless you for me. You know what I'm saying? Is because
okay, Celia, it's like you are a Trumper.
Sure, I am.
Okay, because it is MaiyegunsDiary Politico. You get that now. So we tend to sort of, I get your point, okay, and it's made already. But we'll keep it that way, okay? Thank you so much for calling in, though, right? You enjoy the rest of the evening as well. And take it easy, though. So that's Celia. I don't know how much people have been, dragging with Celia in the comments. And I could barely, hear everything she had to say because she was like, okay, we'll leave it at that, right? So thank you so much, everyone, again, for being here tonight. And I am going to be looking forward to when we meet again. But listen, for everything that you've heard or we've shared on this platform again, It is just so you have access to whatever it is we call the information out there. And what you make of it is totally yours, okay? So we just don't want us to keep either living in denial or in some instances, right? Pretend that all is well with that contraption, so to say, okay? So thanks so much for sharing your evening with me. As you are leaving, remember, like the broadcast if you haven't already, and then share it to others who need to see this, okay? I will see you some other time. So good night, everyone, okay? And you take it easy, everyone.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Allow the children it's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic, and if we talk, na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one na dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in dey touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say MaiyegunDiary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Maiyegun Live. You are welcome to the Temple of Truth. Please read the caption of the broadcast and read beyond the caption as well. Read the description of the broadcast. Like it. Share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Maiyegun today. Thank you. Kalu is back, yes. Upon his return, first appointee of his that he had a meeting with the one they shared with us. So he's a tax man. The guys who are behind whatever they can get, those who are squeezing you. You know, Tinubu is a tax collector, a rent seeker. And majority of those that are with him, they are rent seekers. See how much can we get now before we go on another trip? Or buy another toy. Even though they will tell you that, you know, Nigeria businesses that are already dying, no, they are not dying.